Reach high, aim high, and obtain.
Hot chocolate is one of those treats that it's nice and warm to have. It's savory. It's like perfect holiday, but for us, it's an everyday thing. But we do it a lot different, which is we make our own from scratch. We're not using a pre-made mix to actually make our hot chocolate. But the big key difference is we're using organic cacao paste. Now that is probably not a very prevalent product out there, but the difference between cacao powder, which we have done that at one point with our milk and our chosen sweetener, cacao paste is actually more mineral rich in the fact it is before they separate the cacao butter and the cacao powder. So there's very little processing, especially if you get a good quality source on this. To date, we have tried 2 different sources of our raw organic cacao paste, which is from Ecuador and the Dominican Republic. The Ecuadorian cacao we found was a little bit sweeter, and the Dominican Republic version we found was actually more on the bitter side. Ultimately, we've actually loved the Dominican Republic version best because we found it just had a deeper depth of flavor. So if you're a really huge lover of dark chocolate and the benefits that come from it, I would tend to suggest the Dominican Republic source. If you're having to choose or looking to choose between those 2 origins, I'd go with the Dominican Republic, and that's the version we love here. Okay, so I'm going to open this. Got that tab on the back there. And open this to show you. And the great thing is, and I'm going to bring this out so you can actually see them, is these are actually in little discs. So people that are wanting to make their own kind of like homemade chocolate, this is perfect. And what we're going to do, these are so small. They're so tiny. This is actually the first time we've gotten this particular product. But what I did with my big blocks is I usually melted them down and made little tiny candy shapes out of them, let them cool down, and then we would use 1 candy shape of cacao paste per cup. When I get the large blocks, that's when I bring out my Salad Master machine because it has different blade options, and I just showed in the prior image what the blade that I prefer to use looks like. It's got a lot of cutting points and waves to it, so that when I take that large block you're seeing there and place it into the feeding chute of the machine, it makes the whole process of cutting it down so much easier into more usable little tiny pieces. Now what I've done here is I've put it into the machine for it to be fed, and now you're starting to see the pieces and the specks of the cacao paste breaking down into very small particles. Now, yes, there are the prior round medallion type pieces that you saw that was from the Ecuador brand, and then I just showed you a second ago the blocks that I got from the Dominican Republic. You can also get blocks from the different regions, but I really found that doing this approach, even though it does require some time and effort to actually take the cacao block and break it down into this usable form, I found melted easier and it processed a lot easier in regards to making the actual hot chocolate, because when it's this small it melts so quickly and easily, which makes the whole process of the turnaround time of making one's hot chocolate be very quick. There are instances in which the blocks of the cacao paste may be bigger than what the feeding chute of the Salad Master can handle and take, and in that instance you can just use a knife and cut it down and get it into a more usable size, as you see me having done here.
Ultimately, the positive aspect of this particular recipe is pick the cacao paste, pick the approach of the size that works best for you, the equipment you have available, and your taste. Again, as always, it is to your taste.
I like to put our raw milk, which is this right here, in here after I've stirred it really good. And then I typically put in our coconut sugar. Now we did at one point historically always use maple syrup, and it would be just like a teaspoon maybe per cup. And it was perfect, but because we got more information and research results, i.e. those related to migraineurs, now everyone in the family has transitioned pretty much to the coconut sugar because of all the health benefits, not just for migraineurs, but in general, because it acts like inulin in the body. So I'm going to open this up. It also changes how the body uptakes the sugar because it doesn't act like standard sugar. And I do have a video out there about the benefits of using coconut sugar. So if you haven't watched that, check it out because it explains why this is so much better to use than standard sugar. Now, the other thing is there are some recipes that I feel like, even though it's healthier and better to use this, visually it doesn't quite work. For example, like my mom's lemon fabulous pie, even though the flavor kind of works, visually it just doesn't work because you're used to seeing that bright white, appearance of like a standard sugar. So we're still trying to figure that part out. I'm going to fill this canning jar that I've already labeled because it's perfect for having by the stove and not having this huge big bag visually in the way. And it just makes it easier to also preserve, I feel, the sugar. So I'm just going to pour this in there. And that way we have our sugar ready to go. And then what I like to do is about a tablespoon per cup, but you can adjust that as needed per person and of course to taste, meaning your preferences. So we will put this on the stove. And then the other thing I want to show, because this is what I've had for years, is I always put our chocolate paste that I made into containers into my infinity jar here because the infinity jar preserves freshness. Sadly, I don't have a funnel that fits that exact hole and the size of these dials. So I'm just going to have to pour these directly in. But I'm hopeful the whole bag, or at least close to, will fit into this. Oh, look at that. We did pretty good. We've just got a few left. But knowing how quickly we will go through this, I'm confident that I have my really big organic cacao paste container over here that I emptied, which is really big and is this size. And that is because we like our chocolate, but specifically the healthy chocolate kind. But what we have found is that the cacao paste is so nutritiously dense because of all the minerals. It has things like the magnesium and other vitamins and minerals that the body actually needs for function. And there's actually a book out there written by David Wool called Naked Chocolate. And it literally goes through all the minerals that are typically present in cacao paste. I helped it down the hole there. So now we have the 2 bags that we have bought, now preserved. So as we use our chocolate, oh wow, it looks like it filled up to about here because I opened up a new, so almost a little bit over halfway. But this way our chocolate will be protected and maintain its freshness going forward. And I love this too. I don't know if I've shown you guys. I'm sure I have, but it's a glass on glass seal. There's no plastic, there's no silicone. And what they do is they make the bottles and then it's smooth. And then they go in with a special tool and rough this part of the lid up. And then they come in and they rough this part of where the lid goes down in. So when you put it on, and just slightly rotate, or sometimes you don't even have to rotate. You can just push it down and you can feel it seal, and then you have to rotate to actually unseal it, because the glass kind of creates an interlocking mechanism naturally. And I love this because then I'm without worry of a silicone or a plastic seal breaking or ripping or deteriorating over time. I'm good now. This is preserved. And they do offer little packets. You can get packets that are humidity absorbers, but because I mainly use this for dry ingredients and stuff, I haven't had to really use it, or at least in my opinion, I haven't seen the need for it myself. But to each their own.
Now let's go into the details of how nutritious and enjoyable hot chocolate made at home from the best ingredients can actually be, followed by how I make the finished resulting fabulous hot chocolate that we literally enjoy every single day. And it's beneficial to even migraineurs too.
Most store-bought hot chocolate mixes are slowly wrecking people's health, and almost nobody talks about it. That powder scooped into warm milk is packed with refined sugar, artificial flavors, hydrogenated oils, and synthetic additives that spike blood sugar, trigger inflammation, and drain the body of the very nutrients it needs to function. But here's the exciting part. You can still drink hot chocolate every single day and actually do your body a massive favor. The secret is raw organic cacao paste. Cacao paste, also called cacao liquor, is made by cold pressing whole fermented cacao beans into a solid block. No heat, no processing, no stripping away what makes it powerful. This is the pure, unaltered starting point before manufacturers separate it into cacao powder and cacao butter, which is actually the base ingredient for white chocolate. What you get in raw paste form is the full spectrum of everything the cacao bean originally contained. We are talking magnesium, iron, zinc, calcium, copper, manganese, and phosphorus. You also get a rich supply of B vitamins, vitamin E, and powerful antioxidants called flavonoids that fight oxidative stress throughout the body. Theobromine, a natural compound in cacao, gently stimulates the cardiovascular system and improves blood flow without the harsh crash from caffeine. For people who suffer from migraines, this matters a lot. Magnesium deficiency is one of the most common triggers for migraine attacks, and raw cacao paste is one of the densest food sources of magnesium available. Regular intake can help reduce the frequency and intensity of episodes over time. You were never meant to choose between comfort and health. Sometimes the most healing thing you can drink looks exactly like hot chocolate.
Let's begin by placing our pot, which I like to use my stainless steel Salad Master pot for this, on top of a simmer burner on the stove. Now you can use like a new wave cooktop surface. The important thing is, because I am using raw milk as my starting liquid medium in this instance, although you can use other liquid mediums, it's basically to preference here. I want it to be warm enough that it will melt the cacao paste and my sweetener to incorporate well into my liquid medium, but I don't want to over process my raw milk so that I can maintain as many of the nutritional properties and benefits that can be found in raw milk as well. As the milk begins to warm up, that's when I like to add my sweetener of choice. That is currently organic coconut sugar, because it is migraineur friendly as well as full of fabulous benefits for the health of one's body without the ramifications that a traditional standard sugar has. I have a video out there. I will be and have added it already previously in this video for your reference and information. One can also add your favorite keto sweetener, favorite sweetener to taste, or even organic inulin as that dry ingredient sweetener to the milk at this point, and then use either a standard whisk, or as you can see me using here, a specialized whisk that facilitates everything coming together, even using a frother, and it will do phenomenal. Now, if you're using something more like a maple syrup or a liquid sweetener, I would suggest adding it actually to the cup, container, or mug that one's actually going to drink from, and then add the hot warmed milk to it, and it will incorporate. I have found better that way. Then we're going to turn our attention to the creme de la creme of the situation, which is the cacao paste. Now that can even come in the medallions like you're seeing here. If they do come that way and that's the way that you're preferring to enjoy your cacao paste, I have found that if one breaks it up like you can see me doing here in the video, it dissolves quicker, faster, and smoother into the warmed liquid medium than if one leaves it in that disc format unbroken. So do take the time, if you're going to do it in the pot, to take the time to break them down. Otherwise, one can put 1 or 2 into their mug directly, and when the warmed liquid medium is poured on top of it, it will melt. You will just have to take the time to whisk it and make sure that the liquid medium is warm or hot enough in order for that to melt thoroughly and incorporate well. But both approaches will work just fine if you're doing this. As mentioned previously, our favorite cacao paste we have found in our house has been the raw organic Dominican Republic origin cacao paste. So after I've warmed my milk, added my coconut sugar, then the Dominican Republic raw organic cacao paste that I have used my Salad Master tool to break down into almost powdered form basically, I add it to the pot, and because the particles from my processing are so small, it makes everything melt quicker, faster, and I have found the texture is even better than using the discs. Another thing is, if one doesn't have a Salad Master machine tool, one can use a microplane premium zester or a rotary grater that can handle the cacao paste blocks that I showed previously working with. Just have to make sure that it is cut down enough that it'll fit potentially into the rotary grater for use, and that it's also designed to handle that kind of medium. Now here I have a cup with inulin that's on the right. That's how my mom loves to take it, is having inulin put in the cup directly, and then the hot chocolate poured over the inulin, and then it's stirred together, and I give her a spoon for that particular approach. And then the cup that you see here on the left side is actually a cup I got years ago from Tivana that has a ceramic lid that goes on top, so that when it's not being enjoyed directly, I can put that lid on it, and it helps keep my hot chocolate warm and easily enjoyable versus it going cold on me because I didn't get to it as quickly, but it's very pleasurable. Now another thing we like to do is we have a few decorative cups when we have special occasions, or we just wanted to have that little extra panache to it. And so here is one of the glasses that we use for those occasions. And one can use a frother to really facilitate making that really nice foam on top. And then I like to take a little bit of the cacao paste still that I have in a block and shred it using my microplaner on top of the foam to give it that little bit of finished touch that can only come with doing that kind of an approach. Then it's time to enjoy, and let's show you the feedback from one of our consumers, which is my dad, and how delicious this ultimately is.
That's the hot chocolate I just made. How is it, Daddy?
Just a minute.
That means it must be good.
That's really good.
Every single person who watches this video has the power to change someone else's life today. Subscribing to TaylorIt takes 1 second, but creates a ripple that reaches people across the entire world. Hit like, share this with someone who needs it, and drop your location in the comments, because seeing where our community reaches genuinely excites us. Together, we are building something real. Join us and help others find this too.